are we going to be 550, 490, 450, 420? I got to start thinking about how we going to, whatever size you are, how we going to use that force to be effective.
So where does the National Guard and the Army Reserve?
Yeah, today the National Guard, the National Guard is about 350,000, the Reserve is about 200,000. After sequestration, there will be 315,000 in the Guard and about 185,000. So you're talking about a significant reduction in the size of our Army from 2011 to 2020 when this is finished.
So is that going to endanger national security?
So I believe it depends. Again, it depends on what the environment is, and I would just say right now the unpredictability of the environment, in my mind, raises the risk significantly to the security of the nation if we go to those small numbers.
I know there's going to be some questions from the audience, so get ready. We'll get you a microphone. You can identify yourself. But before I take some questions from the audience, you're a soldier, 38 years in the United States Army. Overnight, we learned that in the American Sniper trial, as it's called, the killer was convicted and sentenced to life in prison without the possibility of parole. 2 American soldiers dead, obviously. So when you hear that, and you hear about post-traumatic stress, and you hear about 3 military guys, 2 dead, one's going to be now in prison for the rest of his life, and you wonder what was the impact of war on these 3 individuals. Yeah. What went through your mind?
Well,
when you watch, I assume you saw the movie.
I have not seen it, actually.
All right, well,
but I'm very familiar with it. Here's what I would say. First, it's important for people to understand that warfare is difficult. It's chaotic, it's stressful, and there's 2 things I would take out of this. Again, I have not seen the movie, but first of all, think of the decisions that he had to make. Those are very difficult decisions. And those things weigh on you. So I think we should always understand that warfare is something that's very difficult. In fact, sometimes I get a bit frustrated. I have a lot of people tell me, well, you're in the military, you guys like going to war. If you've ever been to war, you never want to go to war again. We know what it means. We know the sacrifice involved in it. That's why the reason we have a military is to prevent war, not to have a war. And so what I would say is it's important for people to understand that there are impacts on our soldiers as they come back. But what I worry about, Wolf, is that people think every soldier that comes back has big problems. Most people overcome these problems. A lot of them don't have them at all, but many of them overcome it. And what I would just tell you is we need to take care of them, but you don't take care of them by feeling sorry